Welcome to FootballGameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Emery Hunt, the czar of the playbook. Bring you our NFL Week 1 preview between the Green Bay Packers and the San Francisco 49ers. Now let's take a look at some keys to victory for both teams, starting with San Francisco.
The San Francisco 49ers play a physical brand of football, and offensively they challenge your discipline with Colin Kaepernick and his unique skill set, and defensively they dictate what you do on offense. Now versus Green Bay, their coverage ability will be put to the test as the Packers can really expand your defense. All eyes will be on the secondary that's replacing Deshaun Golston at free safety, and a receiving core that's battling both youth and injuries. Now let's move over to Green Bay in this ball game, and the Packers are armed with the best quarterback in the game in Aaron Rodgers, and they've built a talented team around him with receiving weapons like Nelson, Jones, Finley, and Cobb. The two questions were always at running back and the offensive line. Can these guys run the football, and can they stay healthy up front to protect Aaron Rodgers? As talented as they are on offense, they must strike some sort of balance if they want to get back to a Super Bowl. Defensively, they bolstered their defensive line with the selection of Tone Jones out of UCLA, and they wanted to add some speed and athleticism to the linebacking core, and they did that as well in the draft. I actually like their secondary personnel, and keep an eye on rookie Michael Hyde, as I believe he can have that rookie impact like last year's sensational rookie Casey Howard as he returns from injury. And also keep an eye on the kicking game. I think that could be a detriment this year for Green Bay. They got to find some sort of consistency in their kicking units. Now let's go inside the lab to take a look at some X's and O's for both teams in this matchup.
The biggest concern for the 49ers in this ballgame is how do you match up versus the spread offense of the Green Bay Packers. And I'm going to show you how they can still get a four-man rush by doubling the inside receivers. I'm going to show you how we can draw it up here. Cornerbacks are tight in the alignment. And the thing about this is that you really have to trust your personnel to put your cornerbacks tight on the alignment on the inside, because you want to play on the inside shoulder, so that way if they run routes, you wall these guys to the sideline where you have help. But you really have to trust your personnel. I'm going to put a nickel guy here. He's going to be on the outside shoulder. We're going to put our defensive end here. His responsibility is to get pressure on the outside. We're going to put a nose as well. Pressure down this A gap. I'm going to put an end on the outside, getting pressure here. Now, we have a backer here, and his job, he's going to try to beat that outside, that inside shoulder of the slot wide receiver, and we're going to put a backer here in the middle. His job is to get pressure on this A gap or B gap, depending on which call you want to utilize. But my suggestion would be get that A gap. You want to have double A gap pressure versus a guy like Aaron Rodgers. We have another backer here, trying to beat up that inside shoulder. We're going to have the strong safety on the line of scrimmage, getting a good strong jam jolt on that outside shoulder. So that way you're double covering the inside wide receivers, and you have your free safety here who's a spy on the running back. Now, situational uses for this defense. Number one, you want to use this versus a team that has four talented wide receivers like the Green Bay Packers do. You also want to utilize it versus a team that does great in putting two wide receivers on both sides. And this is something that the Green Bay Packers do as well. And here's another strength of this defense, in my opinion. Number one, you get a four-man rush. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4. So you got the ability to get four guys rushing the quarterback. And also, you can double cover the slot receivers. That's excellent. You want to take away the inside where you are most vulnerable in a spread offense. And the free safety is in deep coverage. In case this guy doesn't swing out or flare out, this is a free cover. Now you got cover one. Now he has the ability to go on the sideline and help out a corner that may need help or help out somewhere in the slot. Now the weakness is, however, if this back swings out, this guy's going to have a hard time getting there. And also, there's no help for the cornerbacks. But like I said before, you really have to trust your personnel. And the 49ers do trust their personnel in the secondary. So if they try to double the slot wide receivers, I think they can have some success versus the Green Bay Packers if they're able to get pressure down that A-gap versus a mobile quarterback. The Green Bay Packers do a great job of utilizing multiple formations to create opportunities in the passing game. And I think they can do that this week versus the San Francisco 49ers. That spacing widens out that 3-4 defense, and it weakens their coverage responsibilities. I'm going to show you how they can get aggressive in spacing and create all types of mismatches for the San Francisco 49ers. So we're going to put two backs. Keep that in mind, two backs in the backfield. Now, they don't necessarily have to be two backs. This could be Randall Cobb, and this could be a running back. Let's just say Jonathan Franklin finally gets a chance to show his stuff, because he is an excellent receiver out of the backfield. Let's just say this is Jonathan Franklin. And we're going to put a receiver here. Out there is split. We're going to also put a receiver here as a tight end. Now, we're just going to draw up where the 49ers will probably align themselves coverage-wise. What they see 3 wide receiver set. They see tight end, they see 2 wide receivers, they see a receiver in the backfield, and they see a running back. But this is a unique back because he can catch the football out of the backfield, so you can put him in the route. So we're just going to show you how they will probably align. You got your backer, your 3-4 defense, put the backer over, put a strong safety back here, free safety over here, and your cornerback. So let's see what's going to happen. Now we're going to, as the cadence is winding down, we're going to call a shift call. We're going to put Jonathan Franklin here, 2 by 2, right by the offensive tackle. And we're also going to bring out Cobb here, 2 by 2, right outside of the tight end. Now, this is essentially close this up forward. This is essentially Jonathan Franklin is your built-in 6th protector. Why? If he sees this guy coming hard off the edge, he makes a call to Jonathan Franklin, stay in and pass protect, be that 6th protector up front. So you already have your built-in protection plan. Over here, you have your built-in hot route. So this is your built-in hot route, and we're going to show you in a second what's going to happen post-snap. So now the 49ers see, okay, they have spread the field, they went empty. Aaron Rodgers is still under center. So how can we attack this? You're going to have your wide receiver run that post corner. That could influence his free safety to go out here. Cornerback could get lost in the wash because we're going to bring over 2 crosses. We're going to have Jonathan Franklin cross over the tight end. And we're going to have your built-in hot route Randall Cobb cross underneath the tight end. So that way Aaron Rodgers get the football out of his hands quickly. And we know how dangerous Cobb is after the catch. And we also have the backside post corner as well, trying to draw this strong safety over here because we're sending the tight end in the middle to try to split. So now these safeties have to make a choice. It's 2 on 2. So either they're going to try to get over top that cornerback or with the post corner, or they're going to try to get over here on top of this post corner. But you have crossers sucking the linebackers in, you squeezing those guys. They're going to have to make a decision, and that's where Aaron Rodgers can be deadly. Even if it's a tight throw, we know Aaron Rodgers has the skill set, has the talent, has the accuracy and the velocity to fit a football in there where the guy doesn't have to break stride. So if they space out that 49ers defense, they can have a huge opportunity to come away victorious against the 49ers.
Now here's some coaching points for both teams in this matchup. For Green Bay, you have to have trust. Trust in your personnel. You're starting a rookie at left tackle. Trust that he can do the job. You drafted him for a reason. You also have to trust in your assignments. In the front 7, you're playing against a read option pistol type of attack. Trust in your assignments. Do what you're supposed to do. And you also have to trust in your coverage ability on the back end. Trust that you have guys that can man up one-on-one with those wide receivers and tight ends, and you can have a chance. And you want to give them a taste of their own medicine. Aaron Rodgers is a mobile quarterback that can throw accurately on the run. He can also make plays with his legs. Show them a little pistol, show them a little read option, give them something else to worry about and game plan for defensively. And nose tackle Ryan Pickett must dominate. If you want to slow down the read option, you have to get interior pressure. That's how you slow that down, not from the outside, from within. He must dominate. And as for the 49ers in this matchup, Colin Kaepernick has to stay calm in the pocket. A lot of times last year, he looked hyper in the pocket, a guy that was just moving around, making things happen. That's a good thing. You created opportunities, but you got to stay calm in the pocket, pick people apart, throwing the football, and then you can break contain, and then you can get outside and use your legs. Now, the defensive backs also have to locate the football. Aaron Rodgers throws the most accurate passes with great velocity. You got to be able to turn around, locate the football, because you will have some opportunities to make some interceptions, and they have to excel in the red zone. You can't beat Green Bay by just scoring 3. You have to score touchdowns in order to knock off the Packers. The X factor for San Francisco will be their receiving core. We know about Anquan Bolden. We know about Vernon Davis. Everywhere else, there's a slight question mark. Can these guys step up and take some of the pressure off those other 2 targets will be the biggest question. The X factor for Green Bay will be their defensive front 7. How well they can stop the run, how well they can keep contained versus Colin Kaepernick will go a long way in determining if they can win this ball game. I like San Francisco in this matchup. I think their offense is much more than read option and pistol. They do a great job at the line of scrimmage with their offensive line. That's honestly the strength of their football team, and they operate well off play action. Their defense is tough, and they will be able to put pressure on Aaron Rodgers. So in what will be another entertaining matchup between 2 outstanding football teams, I see the 49ers coming away victorious at home. And I also want to give a huge shout out to 49er fan forums and Packer fan forums for always showing football game plan support.